You're right. No, I heard in that, you know the video on Soko, you said...
Sorry?
You know the video on Soko, you said that you were a lecturer.
What? Yeah, I just retired.
All right, okay. So
Yep, I'm a pensioner now.
Right, so what subject did you lecture on?
Business, studies, economics, and history. Those are my majors.
Right. Okay.
For the last few years I've been teaching economics.
Yeah, but was it at a college in London?
I might do some freelance consultancy work for some colleges, especially if I've got exams to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's no problem. But I really just wanted to get away from college life. The students we have these days, young people, they're so disruptive, even in college. Yeah, I'm not joking. And some of my colleagues are also fed up as well. They would love to leave, but they can't because they know the pension age yet.
Yeah.
So they're looking at me and say, "Oh, you're going to retire, have a wonderful time." I said, "Yeah, I'm out of this place."
But have you? I don't know if you thought of it. You know Jay Smith.
Yeah.
Because when you look at him, you can tell he's obviously must be retired. You know, with how he looks. But what he does online stuff.
Well, Jay is not a college professor as such like I was. What he does is that he's a missionary from a Baptist Methodist group in Pennsylvania. So they support him and doing mission work. But when he was here in London for about 20, 30, 25 years, he enrolled at SOAS, School of Oriental African Studies, University. So while there, Professor Horting and one or two other professors who were secular people, not Christians, they were really digging deep into the historical origins of Islam and the Quran. So the materials they were doing was completely at odds of what we now call the standard Islamic narrative, right? And it's demolished the Muslims. So he would bring the materials to us. So we would put them out in the public domain for people to see and reflect on what was found. And it was all coming from a university, which was excellent. So he got his degree and also the materials which we used to write books and pamphlets for people to look at. So some of the stuff we discovered was that, yes, there's more than one Arab Quran. Like these, for example, in my poster.
Well, the Muslim scholars knew that from 1,000 years back anyway. So
these these young Muslims, they don't like the material we're looking at because we're asking critical questions about history. Now, I'm a history major, not just economics. So I look at research materials to find out what's really going on. So to me, it was excellent stuff. We loved it. So I wrote a book which was out of publication now. So for 30 years, there's been more and more research materials coming up. So much. You can write 10, 20 books now.
Actually, have you seen the latest book that he's talking about with Al-Fadi called the, what's it called? Something to do with the creation of the Quran. I think the title is a bit like that. But apparently there's some a researcher is going into the history. Because he's trying to find out who physically
wrote it.
Or put it together. Because you can see the writings come from different places.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but someone actually sat down and collected it and decided which ones.
Well, the problem is that the Quran has got multiple authors over a period of at least 1,000 years. Muhammad never wrote it because nobody can testify he did as an eyewitness. Right? So everything that we look at from a historical point of view is secondary sources. When you look at all the hadiths, what period did they come from? That's 200 years after Muhammad supposedly is dead.
But you know there's something worse
800, so on, 805, whatever, right? So that stuff is ancient. When we look at the historical materials for the New Testament, for example, we're looking at authors like Matthew Levi, Matthew's Gospel, maximum AD 54. Because there are manuscripts show he was already writing, and people were copying Matthew in sermons and everywhere. It was decimated in the first century. Paul comes along, becomes a follower of Christ, So he writes 14 books.
Yeah.
And all of them are written before AD 70. Right? General Titus under Vespasian comes along and destroyed the city of Jerusalem and the temple. So there are no more records, but the New Testament is already all over the Middle East.
Yeah, and
so we've got multiple manuscripts. They're found in Africa, in Ethiopia, Cyrene, Egypt, Armenia, all the countries in the Middle East.
Yeah.
But the Quran, you can't do that. They're missing holes, the gaps there.
But actually, I was having a conversation with a Muslim in Croydon yesterday, and so we were talking about the crucifixion.
Yeah.
So he was saying to me that there weren't any witnesses to it. So but
yeah,
so,
carry on.
Yeah. So I said to him that yeah, there was. So what I did is I got out Luke. I think it's Luke 26. Is it? No, at the end where on the Emmaus Road.
Yeah, Emmaus Road. Yes.
Yeah. And so I said. So I read it out to him where it actually said what the two men were saying. You know what they said to Jesus?
Yeah.
And they actually said that he was convicted by the convicted.
Dialogue?
Yeah. And then he was crucified. So, so that's actually evidence. So they're saying that happened.
Because they were there and people were talking about it.
Yeah.
It was big news.
And here's what made it worse is that, so he said to me, okay, who's the eyewitness? Was Luke an eyewitness? And so I said, he came afterwards. But then if you look at that, actual, what he said, he gives the name of one of the guys.
Yeah.
So I told him that, yes, we would, if we had to bring a court case, then we bring Luke into the court, and then he would go and get this guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Bring him in.
Yes.
As an eyewitness.
Yes.
And what the thing about it is that then you want to go to hell.
Yeah.
But we actually have an eyewitness who testified.
Well, you can go further. A number of years ago, I was going to write a play setting a courtroom, prosecution, defense, an eyewitness trick in. Right. So you'd have Peter.
Yeah.
Peter would say, right, Peter, what happened on the Mount of Olives? You cut the man's ear off? Yes, Your Honor. Why did you do that? I was trying to defend Jesus. Jesus, what happened? Oh, I put the ear back on. Oh, Thomas, what happened after the 8 days? All the apostles before you said they seen Jesus back from the dead. You're the one that was saying, I haven't seen him, I don't believe you. So on the 8th day, what happened? I did see him. And I confessed, my Lord and my God. Oh, so now you believe, yes, because I saw you. Jesus actually said, touch me where they put the nails.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that because I could say that, yeah, it's literally him. And what happened to Thomas? He died in India as a martyr. Oh, and you could track in all the others. Paul, in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, he says there are over 500 people that saw Jesus in one gathering. How many people are in Speaker's Corner right now? 200 at the most. They're not 500. But all these will be eyewitnesses. Now, if one witness testifies for 10 minutes, how many minutes is that? Each one says, I saw Jesus, I saw Jesus. That's 500 times 10. 5,000 minutes. You spend a whole week just examining the witnesses one by one. The court records, okay, John, you say he was there, Peter, Matthew, why you say it's John, etc., etc., etc. That's enough to bury you full of witnesses. Second, what happened to the stone at the tomb? Who took it away? The Romans did it. They were guarding it. Where's the dead body? It's not in. What happened to the soldiers? They run to the Jewish high priest. Help. Yeah, why would Roman soldiers who were trying to kill the Jews go to the Jewish high priest and beg, please tell the governor? And they said, okay, we'll keep it quiet. Because they were scared stiff. But how could you scare a Roman soldier on duty? When the penalty for a Roman soldier was death straight away by his commander. Sorry,
Oh no, I was just saying another thing is that you know this is one thing I get from Muslims multiple times is that you know when Jesus died on the cross, they keep on saying that which apostle or which disciple knew that he was dead. But I just read it said no, it's a Roman soldier.
The Roman soldier said it.
And then what they say, and so then they say, oh, so you're saying? Well, I say to them, so you're saying that the Roman soldier he made a mistake and he said Jesus was dead, but he wasn't.
Wow!
No, that's what they'll say.
That is not logical.
Yeah, no, but that's what. So I explained to them, okay, the soldier.
Yes.
This soldier will fight. He's fighting someone, and you think you kill them, then you turn your back. If you made a mistake, what would happen to you?
You'll be killed.
Yeah, so a soldier is not going to make a mistake.
And then the second thing is that Roman soldier was under the authority of the centurion.
Yeah.
Now, if he didn't do his job, what's going to happen to the soldier? He'll be killed.
Yeah.
Right? What's your question?
Who's Satan's synagogue?
Sorry?
Satan's synagogue. Who would you say is Satan's synagogue? Is that synagogue?
Samaritans.
It says that they claim they are Jews.
Yes, Samaritans. Yes. In the first century, you know who the Samaritans were? Do you know who they were?
I know a little bit.
Okay, they were identified to Jewish people, but they were not Jews. They were a mixture of Jews and certain other people like Moabites who live in what we now call Jordan. Now, they borrowed a lot of teachings from the Tanakh, the Old Testament. Okay? And the Lord Jesus met some of the Samaritans. The number one is in John 4, the Samaritan woman. Now, the Samaritans, they mixed religions. They were very good at mixing them up, like King Charles likes to think. Okay, the one's going to be the king next week. Now, in the first century, some of these Samaritans became the pioneers of what we now call the Gnostic teaching, Gnosticism. And one of them is mentioned in the book of Acts. His name is Simon Magus. When Simon Magus leaves the pages of the New Testament, he's found in Rome, Italy, teaching a mixture of religion. So they designed a synagogue.
Okay, but in a modern day scenario, Satan's synagogue.
Israelites will return to take down Islam.